Hello, my vivacious Virgo, and welcome to your moon reading. This is the moon reading for the month of July. If you haven't had a chance to check out your moon reading for June yet, please do so. Also, your weekly reading is just recently up on my channel. Without further ado, we will go ahead and get into this. This is a 7-card moon circle, so please do check this out. And if you enjoy it, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the July monthly readings that are going out, plus some love bonuses, abundance readings, those kinds of things. Alrighty, without further ado, my lovely Virgos, let's go ahead and get started. This first card is indicative of the place you're in now, or your current position, situation, etc. The second card is indicative of what got you into that situation. Third card is similar to the challenge card in a regular tarot reading, where it's kind of like what's keeping you in the situation. Fourth card is the ultimate outcome, or best outcome should you follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th cards. So let's see what we've got for you. We do have a full moon coming up. I think it's a pretty powerful full moon actually, and I think it's on July 3rd. I will double check that, but I believe that's the case. So it looks like we have creation here. This is the position that you're all in. So right now what I'm seeing here for you is that most of you are in a planning phase, okay? So right now, I don't know if you have recently come out of a relationship, recently got into a relationship, recently come out of a job, or recently got into a job, but this is kind of like a new beginning situation for you. You're planning, you're creating your path, right? And for many of you, I feel like you're kind of really kind of deciding what you need to do. So for many of you, I think you just don't know what you want at this point. So maybe you've just gotten out of a relationship and you're kind of like, I know what I don't want, but I don't know exactly what I do want. Maybe you're dating, maybe you're like, okay, this is testing the water on this type of person or that type of person, but you just don't know yet. Maybe you've just left a job or something that was really not fulfilling or satisfying for you. And so you're kind of either looking, or maybe you've started something new just to see, feeling it out. But for most of you, I just really feel like this is a position in your life at this time where you're kind of like, I know something needs to change. I know something needs to give to get to my happy place, but I just don't know what it is, right? So you're in that kind of creation phase. Like, what is it that I want? What is my path that I need? And what's kind of got you there is faith, right? So again, I do feel like for many of you, you've kind of taken a leap recently, and maybe not super recently, but not so long ago. I feel like you've taken kind of a leap of faith. I feel like, maybe you've left a job. You're just like, I've had it. Enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. It's not fulfilling. It's not enjoyable. I feel it's dead end. I hate it. Maybe you were part of that great resignation during, the pandemic situation. And now you're just kind of like, but I don't want to go back to that field or that type of situation. I want something totally different, but I don't know what yet. But you've taken a leap of faith. You have faith that you're going to come up with something better, right? Same with relationship. Those of you that this is a relationship situation, you may have left a long-term relationship. Maybe it was a shorter one, but regardless, I feel like it's something where you had faith that there's more out there. There's something better for you. And so faith has kind of led you to say, no, I'm going to find something different. I need something different. So you may not know what it is that you need yet, but you definitely know that there's something better for you, right? You have that completely. What's keeping you in it is trust, right? So you're trusting the process at this point. And I feel like for some of you, you're frustrated. I can feel the frustration in this card though, for some of you. While you're trusting the process, a lot of you are like, okay, I'm trusting the process. I'm trying to trust the process. I keep trusting the process. But, sometimes I'm running through like, I've dated 50 people and I'm just not finding the right one. Or, I've been on every dating site there is, or I've tried 50 job, interviews or places or whatever, and just nothing is just hitting the spot. It's just not doing it, right? It's not this. It's not the perfect thing that I want. You're continuing to try to trust the process, but you're starting to get kind of that antsy feeling, right? I'm feeling that for many of you. You're kind of getting that like this just, what do I do? Did I make a mistake? What am I going to do? But you're keeping the faith thus far. And I feel like, that's probably the best thing for you right this second, but it is also what's kind of keeping you tied up in this, is because you keep trying. It's like maybe you're not kind of settling for something that could get you to the next level, because you're only looking at what's here, right? You're looking at that end goal only, and you're wanting it to be your first step. Whereas I do feel like for some of you, trusting the process is also trusting that there is a process, right? That you may have to take a smaller step to get to that end goal, right? It's not going to just show up as the end goal. So that person that you're seeing that you're like, okay, but they've got this or this wrong with them, and that wasn't my ideal person. But maybe if you give them a chance on other ends, you'll realize that that really is what you wanted. Or that job may not be the ideal job right then, but it has the opportunity to open you up to 50 other jobs within that company that would be your ideal job, right? So the trust of that you're going to get exactly what you want is kind of keeping you in the cycle of just kind of hanging out there trying to decide. But at the same time, I do think that, you have to realize that there's still a process too, right? That sometimes you need to kind of baby step it into finding exactly what you want, because along the way, that may be where you find exactly what you're looking for without even knowing, right? Because here's your ultimate outcome is resilience, right? And resilience sometimes just takes a lot of no's to get that yes, or a lot of failures to get that absolute success, right? That's what resilience is all about. So you may have to go through steps that you don't necessarily love. Be resilient, keep pushing, keep going through the process to get to the exact situation you want. But if you keep turning all this stuff down, if you keep just, holding on and trusting that it's just going to fall in your lap perfectly, unfortunately, you may never get to go through the steps that get you, up there. So like the old saying, every journey starts with a single step, but you have to take that step. So if you're just sitting there trusting that, it's going to divinely fall in your lap, this perfect path, your dream life, then, you may never get there. You just need to kind of be that resilient person that maybe has to trial and error a few more times. So, you may need to give a few things a try that you wouldn't normally. Keep your eyes open, keep your mind open, those kinds of things. But how do you get here? How do you get to this point where you try and try and try and then find exactly what you want, right? Well, there's the 3 steps here that ideally will get you there. And number 1 is fear. And this card, particularly in this deck, is about facing your own fears. If you see, she is controlling the fears and she's protecting herself, right? By controlling her fears. So it's facing your fears, right? So again, that's exactly what you need to do. You don't just sit and trust that everything's going to be perfect. Your exact dream life is going to fall in your lap and you're going to be like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And it's just fell from the stars. I know we all want to believe that. And a lot of times if we've already been through a crap load of junk and mess and all that kind of stuff, that's what you hope for. But in reality, a lot of times you just have to go through a lot of steps, a lot of paces to get there and be resilient through it, right? But it starts with facing those fears. So maybe you have to try a few things that you don't think are ideal at first. Get out there and date people that you may not normally date. Open your mind to that. Get out there, try a few jobs that you normally wouldn't think would be enjoyable to you, but maybe they open the doors to what is, right? So face the fears of trying something new. It may even be something where you say, hey, I'm going to try something totally different I've never tried before. Try going back to school, try, a new class, try a whole new avenue. These might be things, try starting your own job, these things like that, you may fail, and then bam, you may succeed, But again, it's all going to be about you have to face your fears, step up to the plate and actually put things into motion, right? Sitting there waiting for it to fall in your lap is not going to work, right? The next move is action. And that's exactly what this is about. And if you look, this is a beautiful action, right? It's not like terrible action or negative action. This is like a beautiful dancer, like flowing, courageous, wonderful action, right? Well, this is the actions that you take. When you're facing your fears, you're taking positive, wonderful actions forward to get you to this place, and yeah, there might be a lot of failures there. There might be a lot of no's there. You may have jobs that you're like, this was terrible. Dates, this was terrible. You know, you might start your own business and this fails, but you tweak it. This fails, you tweak it again. This fails, you tweak it, and bam, success. But again, it's a process. Keep at it, keep moving forward. As long as you're moving forward, you're still moving, right? You're still doing something. You're still making progress in some way. And the last one here is surrender. And this doesn't mean like, you know, give up in any way. What this means is surrender to the opportunities that are out there. Surrender to the things that you may or may not have thought before you would enjoy. So there may be opportunities presented to you that you would say, no way would I have ever thought that that is something I would try. No way would I have ever, you know, believed that this would work. No way would I have ever thought that that person was good for me, or that job was good for me, or that would be a field, a career field I would like, any of those things. But surrender to the ideas. See, if you look, they're kind of surrendering to the universe, right? Surrender to the ideas that are out there, the opportunities that come to you. Give them a chance, right? Face your fear. You know, don't be so rigid about what your expectations are, or expecting something to just fall perfectly into place. And, you know, open your mind. This is all about opening your mind and surrendering to those opportunities that you normally may never give a chance, because those are the ones that are going to allow you to show just how resilient you are, and how in the end, you know, you will prevail, right? Resilience is all about making it through the tough times and prevailing in the end, okay, to get to this, which is what you ultimately want, that you may not be able to even put your finger on right now. But by the time you've gone through all these steps, you'll know exactly what you want, that you may never have thought before, because you'd never even considered it. You'd never even given it time of day. Maybe you were afraid of it, you know, afraid to start that new business, afraid to try to, you know, get on a dating site, afraid of those kinds of things. But by taking the actions and actually opening your mind to these things, you're able to, you know, basically open yourself to a whole new path, a whole new world, and see just how strong you really are. So I think everything will work out for you wonderfully in the end. You just have to really kind of start making it happen. You have to kind of take the bull by the horns and kind of really start creating your own, you know, movement forward, because it's not going to just fall in your lap, right? It's great to have faith in yourself. It's great to have trust that it's going to happen. But, you know, those who help themselves are the ones that get the help, right? So you've got to kind of move forward yourself a little bit. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when we put up your July readings, you will make sure to get a notification on that. And I hope to see you back soon. Bye.